Well, as promised, a better look at the fitted case that comes with it. All this stuff is sort of, it's quite hard, but it is foam. There's the machine, a couple of extra things for the other cars there. Right, so I'm doing this, I say it's at night, it's only 5:20, but it's dark out here outside my workshop. So this is the home screen, effectively, of the scanner. So this is plugged into the car with the ignition on. It immediately tried to auto read the VIN, but this car, it won't auto read. None of my readers have ever auto read the VIN on this car. It's only an old, it's a Nissan Qashqai 2013. Doesn't seem to like it for some reason. So even my Snap-on system doesn't do that. So here's what we've got. So diagnostics, bang. Okay, click on that. Now it does give you the auto detect, but I'm not going to do that. So if we look at all the different systems, vehicle manufacturers and stuff like that it does, okay, there's quite a comprehensive, what's a Luxgen, a Maruti, I've not heard of these things. Anyway, so a Rolls Royce, yeah, well, maybe I'll get one. A Zhongxing, a Zoutai, Huang Mazda. I don't know what these cars are. What? Anyway, so let's find Nissan. Okay, it's Mercedes. There's Nissan. Diagnostics for Nissan. All right. Version 5. Let's click the OK button. It's loading. And communicating. Right. So let's do a full system diagnosis, yeah? Let's have a look at that. Let's put 16 pin. System scan. Scan in progress. See what it... Not the fastest in the world. Oh, it's going through what other systems it's got. I do have a couple of faults up on the car at the moment, so and I know what they are. I know what the problem is. It's an EGR valve issue. So I'm going to come back to this rather than just leave it running. I'll catch up in a minute. So we got to the scan 100%. Now, I've got to tell you, this did take a little bit longer than my Snap-on Ethos Edge used to do, but this is actually checking for a lot more things. So it was only, 2 or 3 minutes. I'm not too fussed about that. So it scanned all the systems. So I'm going to go into it doesn't tell me here what what's got issues. So let's go into the engine control module, communicating, please wait, and then let's go into read fault code. Okay, so we've got an EGR valve position and a cruise control code up as well. They're both historic by the looks of it, so they've both cleared themselves at some point. But what I'm going to do is click the report button. Okay, and that's going to send me, I don't know, oh, maybe that is the right kilometres, I don't know. That's going to share that to me, right? That's sent that, I don't mind, you've got my email there, that's fine. So that's sent that to my email. Okay, which my Snap-on system didn't do ever. Okay, that sent that via Wi-Fi, I've got to say. It hasn't got a SIM card in it or anything. But with the Snap-on system, I had to be plugged into a laptop. I could save the file. Then I had to plug into a laptop, connect to a PC with a different cable. And then print out a report and hand over the report. I never managed to find out how to actually email a report. So this is definitely better from that point, and it's much more straightforward from that point of view. Let's go back. Let's go back again. Let's clear those codes. Okay, let's just get rid of them. Default. Let's read default code. No, none detected. Okay, so that's fine. Actuation test. Let's see what that's doing. So I can now, because we've got the bidirectional, so two-way communications, I can now, if I want to go into the EGR valve, for example, ignition on and engine stopped, yes. Right, need monitor data, let's do that. Let's see what the EGR valve's actually doing. So, what's this do? What's all this lot? I have no idea what all that is. So, let's go down and see if it's got actually something that says EGR on it. Christ, there's a lot of stuff. EGR. You know what? I'm going to come out of this just because I don't need to do this. I know the EGR needs cleaning. I have cleaned it once, but it keeps throwing up a code. So I'm actually going to just put a Peerberg in there, like a new EGR valve. It's the car's done 118,000 miles. It's overdue. Right, so that's that. Let's go back one. That's actuation test. Let's go special function. Service regen. After DPF regen, saving data. Enter injectors. So you can write injector codes. A lot of cars obviously don't need that, but if you've got a Mercedes or something, you've probably got to program the injectors into it. Maintenance. What does that give us? Manually reset the service light. Let's have a look here. Qashqai. No, it hasn't got it for this model. I know how to do that anyway, so I'm not too worried about that. We've done a diagnosis. Let's go back. Let's end a diagnostic session. And let's go back one more. And go into other modules, okay? Battery voltage. Let's have a look at that. So that's just doing a quick battery test. Vehicle's not running. So we're okay there. The ignition is on, obviously. So not sure how long it's going to run that for, but we'll soon find out, I suppose. Right, okay, so anyway, that's fine. Yeah, there we go. Let's go back one. And let's go into services. So this is interesting. Services. Okay, so here is all your services now. All your brake resets, you know, if you're the electronic parking, brake, oil resets, tyre pressure monitor, battery reset, DPF regen, EGR adaptation, AdBlue reset. There's a lot of stuff on here. That window calibration, that's a good one to have. Injector coding, seat calibration. I don't know about learn gearbox. Immobilizer. It does have some sort of feature on that. I'm not exactly sure. So that's a pretty impressive list of services. So I believe is it 31 on there. That's what it's advertised at anyway. And it's the whole lot is free for 2 years with the unit. Now I paid for this. They had an offer on 20% off. So it came to 375 quid, I think it was. And that includes the 2 years free. And then I think it's 2 or 250 a year after that for the software. And I actually had, my son had given me a voucher. I had 35 quid left on that, so that came off the price of it. So yeah, this is actually well worth the money as far as I'm concerned. Now, it comes with a really nice fitted sort of solid ABS plastic case. All the leads in it, the little converters, the plugs, charger, and all that sort of stuff. Now, my Snap-on Ethos Edge, that just, I mean, it's a great, really good quality machine, but 1,400 quid when it was new. And the case was just flapped around in the case. It wasn't fitted in there. So actually, you know, this is hands down a winner on that one. So diagnostics again, let's go in. So auto detect, let me just see what happens on auto detect. There we go, it's running through the VIN. It's not going to pull it up, it's just going to say that it's not available. And it'll probably say something like, pull the plug, switch ignition off, put it back on, something like that. That's a lot of numbers. But it won't find the VIN. None of them ever have. Input VIN. So you can then skip, right? Because I don't need to put it in. So I can skip that, right? It does not support automatic detection on this vehicle. Please select the model manually to enter the diagnosis. So do that. So then you just go down to whatever car you've got, okay, which was the Nissan, obviously. And I'll click on the Nissan and away we go. But they're all on there, all the major manufacturers. I believe the converter plugs for it are BMW, Mercedes and Chrysler. You got recent European, Asian history. Let's have a look at the history. That comes back up with my Nissan again. So if I go quick access, it's going to load that with any luck. Communicating. Health report. Let's do a health report. That'll probably take forever. And I think the point of the health report, and I used to do a lot of this with the Snap-on. I'd go out mobile. In the end, I used to have people coming around to the workshop, and I'd just offer a code reading service, really, rather than actually doing the repairs. So, a round view monitor. What's this? Something. Oh, steering angle sensor calibration. Okay. So let's do another report. Let's just click OK. Share. All right, and that's sending it to me. All right. And that's how easy it is to send a report. Obviously, with this lot here, you can fill that out as you need to. So I've got my shop name as fault code scan and the address. I didn't put the full address down, but that's obviously not the name of my workshop. My workshop is Larry's Engineering, but yeah, I think we did the share already, didn't I? Yeah, so we'll just go back, and then I'm going to have a look, see what that is. Does it come up with anything for that? Oh no, let's just clear the code. All right, so that's it. That's it, no codes there. System selection, so you can go into any system and check. But like I say, would you like to end your doesn't? Yep, end the session, and let's go back out. But as I say, the services are great. I'm going to go in and have a look at the EGR adaptation and test that valve at some point very soon. But I'm thoroughly impressed with this. Actually, I'm actually more impressed with this so far than I was when I first got the Snap-on system. Mostly because I didn't know all of the features available within the Snap-on system. I think for the money, this is better because The snap-on software update, even if you just did it once a year, is about 800, 900 quid, which is insane. Okay, and on top of this though, I have got the Topscan. So the Topdon Topscan, which is just like the little module that you plug in, and it's a Bluetooth module, and that comes through to your phone. Now, obviously, I'm on the phone, so I can't screenshot you anything on the phone, but I can't film it at the same time. But it's still an impressive bit of kit. If you don't want to spend out the sort of 375, 400 quid for this, then I thoroughly recommend you get the Topscan, which is anywhere from 50. I paid 55 quid for mine at the Black Friday sale. I think they're normally about 65, 70 quid. The app's free. You get a year's free software on it, and then it's about $50 a year after that. I'm not 100% sure if it's bi-directional. I don't know if you can push codes into the car or if you just sort of pull the codes up. I'm not sure. I do need to investigate that a bit more, but I probably don't need to now. I've got this one. So, right, that's it. That's all I'm going to show you from this. I will show you the case in better detail when I get back indoors. Catch up in a minute. Right, so that's the box. There we go. So it's the Artidiag Pro from Topdon. Yeah, nice unit. I mean, look, I know I kept it pretty basic on the video there. In the car. That was actually last night. I'm filming this on Sunday morning, and if I could show you injector coding and stuff, I would, but haven't got any to code. I don't need to do the regen on my DPF. I know for a fact that a DPF regen takes about half hour, as it gets things up to temperature and stuff like that. I think it's a cracking little unit. Now, I've also got, you'll see in my, have a look at my other video. I've got the Topscan, which is this little unit here. All right, now you bring that out of the box, and it's just a little plug-in Bluetooth connector, and you download the top. It's called Top Guru on Apple, on iPhone, and I think on the other thing, Android, I think it's Topdon or Topscan. Yeah, Topscan, I think. Software, they're over in the app stores anyway. And right, look, if you're keeping it basic and you don't need the complications of a bigger machine, this is actually a really, really cracking little unit. Okay, it's not difficult to set up at all, and I actually did a forced regen, sorted out my problems on my car, and well, from the DPF side of it anyway, and I highly recommend it. It's obviously it hasn't got as many sort of reset functions or anything like that. That's got 8, I believe, and the Diag Pro has got 31, and it's got a lot of other features as well. I have no idea if this can do. I think it does do some bi-directional stuff, but I'm not sure about injector coding or anything like that. I'm pretty sure maybe. I'm pretty sure maybe. That doesn't make sense, but anyway. Okay, now look, the only problem that I can foresee with this, okay, it comes with 2 years free updates, which is great. I paid 375 quid for it on Amazon. There was 20% off on a deal on Friday, just gone. Now, I'm told that the software update per year is north of $500. Well, if that's the case, when the time comes, in a couple of years' time, I'll just scrap the machine, go and buy another one, you know, for 400 quid or whatever, and get 2 years free. You know, depending what's about. I think perhaps Topdon might have their pricing a little bit off there on the software, because the updates on this is $50, okay? And it you know, it does you absolutely fine. This comes with 1 year free, and then it's $50 a year after that. Well, the unit is about $60, something like that, and I'll pay £55 for it, 55 quid. So I honestly think that if this cost me £3.75, I think the normal price is about £4.30 or £4.40. So, and 2 years free software, then make the software a couple of £100 a year. So, or 150 quid a year. So £300 or dollars or whatever for 2 years. So that will stop people just buying a new machine with the free software, and you're just creating waste. But I will also say that now I had this problem with my Snap-on Ethos Edge, which I recently got rid of. Snap-on wanted just south of £1,000 for an update on it, on a software update, and that might not have included some of the vehicles that you need anyway, right? They don't all include everything. Now, yeah, so that was why I got rid of the Snap-on, to be honest with you, because of the sheer update cost. But what I used to do was never connect it. So never connect it to the internet. It didn't have Wi-Fi. You'd have to connect it onto ShopStream Connect with a cable into a laptop. And then I could print directly from ShopStream Connect, which was great because in the workshop I could give a customer a printed report. Now, with this, right, I think earlier in the video I did actually send a report that came through. I sent a couple of reports, they both came through. They were pretty basic. I hadn't filled out details on them and stuff like that. So, but they did come through. They came through in a couple of minutes. And I even forwarded one of them to my wife's email. So very straightforward to get those emails off to your customer, presuming that you have a Wi-Fi connection. Otherwise, wait till if you're out mobile, just wait till you get back home, send a report via email to yourself, then forward it to your customer, or change the email address that it goes to, you know. You could do that, I suppose. I'm not sure. But I don't know if there's timers on this software. I would like to think that it doesn't just all shut off at the end of 2 years. It just won't update anymore. So all you've got to do effectively is stop it from connecting to the Wi-Fi after 2 years, and then just run the old versions of the software if you don't want to update. Okay, just run the old versions, but that will probably remove certain features, i.e. Sending a report and things like that. So yes, I love the unit. I think Topdon for now are great, but I do think they've got their pricing wrong. But that remains to be seen in 2 years' time, how much it's actually going to cost me. Perhaps if Topdon do watch this, I'll send them a link actually. I found their customer service to be very reasonable. They do tend to answer your messages, sometimes a bit quicker than others, but other times, you know, within a few hours. So, and I've not actually had any direct problems. I've just asked them a few questions about stuff, and not because anything's been faulty. So yeah, there you have it. So I'm back to diagnosing faults again, and I've got a couple of customers lined up this week. I've started advertising again for it, so we'll see how that goes. And well, I hope you've enjoyed the video. If you have, like, share, subscribe down below, click the bell, do whatever these people say you got to do. It all helps the channel. Please subscribe if you're watching this, if you haven't already, because I don't have that many subscribers. I would like to get my numbers up, get my stuff out there to more people. Comes with 2 books, Quick Start Guide and Professional Diagnostic Tool User Manual. The Quick Start Guide is very brief, different languages. The user manual has a lot of pages, and it does tell you all about the operational instructions and live data, stuff like that. So I've not got into things like that. It does have a crazy amount of reset sort of stuff on this and things it can do. Throttle matching, anti-theft, tyre pressure, suspension level, headlight matching, gearbox matching, sunroof install, EGR adaptation, AdBlue reset, cool. You know, and the list goes on. Go on to Topdon website, have a look. It's got all the specs on there. Highly recommend it, if I'm honest with you, for the money. And for 2 years use for 375 quid, you can't go wrong. It would cost you £1,000 to update a snap-on unit just for 1 year. So why not? And maybe even get yourselves one of these at the same time, 55 quid, so that if you've just got to go out mobile, or keep it in your car. And it links to your phone, keep it in your car, and then if anything does happen, you can diagnose it on the hoof and see what your problems are straight away. And have a look at my other video I bought the other day, a small air pump. I'm just going to reach down for that. So it's an inflator digital thing, £23 on Amazon. Have a look on my other video for that and check that out, because that's a bargain unit, does work, does the job. I've also got something down here that I use, and let me show you what it is. It is a battery tester. Now this is an Amazon special from obd2. It's got a little printer on it. That's the people there. And you know what? It works. 12 volt batteries. It's really good. Cranking, amp test, voltage tests, charge depletion test, all that sort of stuff. I thoroughly recommend that you have a battery testing tool. I bought that one because it was cheap. I paid 20 quid for that second hand, very local. But again, Topdon do a very, very good one. And it's about 130 quid with a printer and everything. I can't remember what it's called, BT600, BT800, something like that. And I might get myself one of those actually. I like the tool, but to be fair, it doesn't do anything that my 20 quid one doesn't do. I don't do that many battery tests, but when I do diagnostics now, I just include a free battery printout report with it. Especially in the winter, it's worth knowing if your battery's almost knackered, because it's better to replace it before it breaks, or before it lets you down, should I say. Now, at this point, I must mention I have bought all this stuff with my own money. I've not been sent it. I'm not sponsored. I don't have enough subscribers for that. So, as I said a couple of minutes ago, please like, share, subscribe. Click the bell or subscribe wherever it is, and take care, stay safe. I'll see you on the next one.